You know, almost all of us know somebody that has issues with their sexuality. Heterosexual, homosexual, gender issues. It's the human condition. But what does God say about homosexuality? What does God say about gender fluidity? And by the way, what does God say about sexuality in general? So what does God say about these issues? What does God say about homosexuality and even heterosexual issues that he says are not right before him and issues of gender? What does God say about it? I think it's more important that you understand why God says it first. Genesis 1:27 tells us this. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Now listen to these words. Male and female, he created them. You see, very simply put, God rejects his image in man being changed or altered. You know, if you were to go to the Louvre with me, or if you were, I say it improperly, but if you're French, it would be Louvre or something like that. But if you go to the Louvre with me in France, outside of Paris, and you were going to go into the room, and I've been there, and it's an incredible place to be, to see the Mona Lisa. Now, I have to tell you, the Mona Lisa was just, the painting was so small, but it was on this huge wall all by itself. It was protected by bulletproof glass because people have come in and tried to damage the Mona Lisa several times. And so they were so horrified that somebody would damage this masterpiece. They actually have it protected, listen, with bulletproof glass. What would you think today if, honestly, I snuck into the Louvre and you saw me go and I took the Mona Lisa away from that bulletproof glass and I began to repaint it in my image? Can I tell you that if I did that, number one, I'd be arrested. Number two, it would be worldwide news. Crazy man alters the masterpiece of Da Vinci. Crazy man changes the Mona Lisa. So I would be horrified that some person thought that they had the right to take a masterpiece such as the Mona Lisa and alter it. Can I tell you that God is also horrified when his image is distorted in you? Now, there are three basic ways that God's unchanging image is revealed in man. Number one, God's image is revealed in gender. Number two, God's image is revealed in marriage. And number three, God's image is revealed by the reproducing of human beings. Number one, let's look at it. God's image in gender. God made male and female. I just read to you out of Genesis 1:27, where it said God made man in his own image. He created him, now listen, male and female. Why is that important? Because the full image of God is revealed in male and female, not just man and not just woman. That's why gender is so incredibly important, because it is the image of God in man, the masterpiece of man, the masterpiece of woman. And to change that, to say it's malleable, to say that it's fluid, is the same as putting a mustache on the Mona Lisa. Now, that's not to diminish that people with these issues are not important. They should never be degraded. That's not what we're talking about. But I'm trying to show you that this is the image of God in man, male and female. Secondly, God's image is revealed in marriage through a husband, a male, and a wife, a woman. Marriage between one man and one woman. You say, well, that's just your opinion. You know, Jesus never said anything about this. Actually, he did. In Matthew 19, verse 4, Jesus said this, haven't you read, Jesus is now referring back to what I just read to you in the Old Testament in Genesis 1, that at the beginning of creation, the Creator made male and female. And God said, for this reason, a man will leave his father, male, and mother, wife, and be united to his wife, a woman. And the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one. Now listen to this statement that Jesus said. Therefore, what God has joined together, let not man separate. So you see God's image revealed in gender, God's image revealed in marriage. I heard somebody say this, and it's such a great statement. The Bible says God made man in his image, and then man returned the favor. And if you're not careful in the world that we live, the world in which we live, you can easily try to make a God in your image. That God has revealed himself through male and female. God has revealed himself in the picture of marriage. Do you know that in the book of Ephesians, that Jesus actually refers to his relationship with the church clearly to the husband and to the wife? Then thirdly, this, God desires for his image to be reproduced in the earth through children. Now, this is a biological fact, a simple biological fact. 2 men cannot have a child biologically. 2 women cannot have a child biologically. You need a male and a female, because it is in those 2 that you see the actual image of a creator God be able to work through a man and a woman, listen, to actually form what will become the creation of God. In the book of Malachi in the Old Testament, chapter 2 and verse 15, listen to what the scripture said. You were united to your wife by God in God's wise plan. In God's wise plan. This is God's plan. This is God's Mona Lisa. In God's wise plan, when you were married, the 2 of you became one person in his sight. So what does God want from this? He wants godly children from your union. Therefore, guard your passions. Keep faith with the wife of your youth. What's he saying? Your passions were not given to you simply for you to enjoy your sexuality. Your passions were actually given to you, certainly to express them with the person that you love in a marriage situation between one man and one woman. But it was so that you could reproduce the image of God in the earth. Imagine that God made man so in his image that when you reflect his image through male and female, in a marriage of male and female, that you procreate and form a human being made in the image of God. You see, remember this. The image of God altered is called a false god or an idol or idolatry in the Bible. That's why the first 2 of the 10 commandments focus on that issue. The first one is, you will have no other gods before me. And the second is, you should not make or shall not make false idols. So you see, God will have no other gods before him. So redesigning sex, redesigning marriage, redesigning gender, redesigning family is redesigning the very image of God. And as a result, it's called idolatry. So here's a fact. God rejects his image being altered in you because he loves you. The same way we would reject the Mona Lisa being altered, God rejects his image being altered in you. Now, this may be the most important thing you hear me say. While God rejects his image being altered, he doesn't reject you. He loves you. So here are our takeaways. Number 1, God's image is unchangeable, no matter what human beings think, no matter what they say, and no matter what laws they pass. Number 2, changing God's image is idolatry and creating a false god. And then number 3, God loves people and he wants his image in them unchanged. God loves human beings. So whether your issues, maybe you have issues with your sexuality, maybe it's homosexuality, or maybe heterosexual issues that God rejects because it rejects his image in you. Wherever they are, thank God we have a Redeemer, that God loves you and Jesus died for you, and nothing can keep you back from his love except your choice. I'm so glad you've taken the time to listen to this and to let your heart rest on it, because it will help you to live out the image of God in your life. You know, we're putting out new content every Tuesday and every Friday. So I want to encourage you to like and to share and to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And so don't miss any new content. So just ring the bell so you can be made aware of when new content arrives. We really do want to help you address the issues that you're asking for so that you can navigate this life with the truth of God's word, being loved by God, being celebrated by his people, and walking with him in intimacy. God bless you. Look forward to our next time together.